We are excited to introduce our new series on our YouTube channel, where we meet some of our customers and talk about their stories with WP Rocket. In this first episode, I had the opportunity to chat with Daniel Bryk, CTO of Greengage, who shared with us how they redesigned their website using WP Rocket and Elementor, which skyrocketed their Core Web Vitals score. We are very excited to share this interview with you. If you like our discussion today, please like and subscribe. And without any more delay, here is our conversation with Daniel Bryk.
Thanks for joining us. To begin with, can you please introduce yourself and talk a little bit about your company and how you heard about WP Rocket?
Okay, so my name's Daniel Bryk. I'm the CTO for Greengage, a digital finance company. I joined the company just coming up to a year now, so relatively new to the company, but a fairly large remit of rebuild and re-engineer to get them moving faster. One of the first issues I faced was the website. That's written in a bizarre language. It wasn't very flexible. It wasn't showing up in search engines, everything like that. So we took the decision to rewrite it and rebuild it. We built it in WordPress. Hit a couple of issues, but overcome them. And then we were hitting issues of just speed and caching and optimization and things like that. At previous jobs, I'd been seeing that WP Rocket had been used. So this is the first time I took on that. Okay, let's use it. Let's put it in and run it. There was no trial. It was put it in, let's go for it. I was that confident that it would do the work because I'd seen it elsewhere. So first day, put it in, and literally all our stats changed within an hour. And that's how quick it worked. The page load times dropped massively. All our monitoring, we had to reset up the monitoring because it was getting pages back quicker. Within a week as well, we then also noticed that our page ranking as well had also changed. So, yeah, overall positive. The other reason that it was really useful was because we used Elementor. Now, there are other caching and optimization, but none of them seem to work as well. And the fact that there's a simple guide, we followed it. It said do this, this, and this, and this, and it just worked. No issues, out of the box.
That's great to hear. Did you have any reservation? You said that you had already seen WP Rocket before, so we had a question about if you had any reservations before installing it.
So my only reservation was there was no trial period.
Mm-hmm.
So everything else that I looked at was offering, say, like 30 days and things like that, whereas that wasn't available. So that was my only hesitation. But having seen that actually it had the documentation, it said, yes, we integrate with Elementor, no issues. Here's all the stuff. And you checked all the forums, and just doing some basic Google searches proved that it worked out the box with the setup that we were looking for. Meant that when it came to go, okay, just do this, the reservation wasn't really there, because it was like, actually, for what we're paying, this is going to work. And I think there was an option of, if it didn't work within 30 days, you can get your money back, but it didn't. Even, like I say, within the first hour, we started noticing huge differences.
It's good to know that you had done the research, you understood what you were looking for, and you were pretty confident that it was going to work. How is the process of installing it and activating it for you?
Really simple. It literally was install, go through, activate, pay, job done. We did actually have an issue, I think 3 months after installing it, where there was an update and the update threw things out a little bit. And so it was like, okay, bit of an issue there, but it was really simple because you just wound it back. Yeah, there was the option there of drop to the previous version. And that again put the confidence back of going, oh, okay, we know we can stick on a particular version if we need to, or wait. And again, that was an interesting one because it was having issues with Elementor. And we worked out that it was our issue that we hadn't updated Elementor to the right version, and we'd updated WP Rocket before we'd updated Elementor. So we'd done it in the wrong order. But yeah, again, the help in the forums that are out there, really, really useful.
Okay, great. So you said you noticed that there was a big performance boost in the website, and it helped with page ranks too. Can you go a little bit into that, just for like how you were ranking and how it was?
Yeah, so we were the initial page ranking and all of that. We were, I think it was like a really bad score, about 43%. In mobile, it was 20 in some cases. Straight install, that jumped to 70% for both. And within that hour, once ours has picked up everything as well, that changed to, I think it was 97 for one, and about 75-80 for the other pay for mobile. But moving from like 30-40, it was a massive increase. Yeah. And that then had a impact that within a week and a half, 2 weeks, we were starting to see on our statistics that people were coming and staying on the site. So it increased that stickiness.
That's good. Yeah, that's really good. How did you feel when that happened?
It's actually been really interesting. So the whole process has been, okay, we've tackled everything from a technical perspective. We've fixed the website, we've moved it WordPress, we put WP Rocket in to improve all the caching and the speed optimization. The next stage for us is to look at some other options like the CDN that you offer as well. We haven't done that, but that's now in the wings to go, okay, there's another optimization that we can bring in. And it's actually raised the issue now of page stickiness and things like that. So we're now looking at it much more from a marketing perspective, and it's taken that technical perspective out of the picture now. It's not a technical issue anymore. It's not it's IT's fault, it's not running, the server's not fast enough, that the page hasn't been written right. And now it's come down to actually it's purely content, and that's now made huge changes, and we're seeing those changes flow through now quite quickly.
Oh, it's great to hear. So it's actually allowed you to kind of look forward and look at different avenues for improvement that you didn't have the time to otherwise. Great. How has this affected or contributed to your business goals? I think you kind of mentioned that with traffic, stickiness, retention.
But... Yeah. So the other thing as well is by removing it from an IT issue has meant that we've got a bit more budget now within the IT to fix things. We can look at the CDN now. So that's now we can go after the nice to haves that were, the extras and things like that, because we've proved that actually the quick wins have worked so well. We can now go, oh, look, they do a CDN through WP Rocket. That's only going to improve things. Okay, these are the costs. Right, well, now let's look at that. So, now we're able to look a bit more longer term and go, let's look at the nice to haves now that we've done the essentials.
Cool. Which feature would you say benefited you the most out of like everything that you added with WP Rocket?
So it was page caching was the biggest that's affected it, but also the image optimization and things like that. But the page caching was the biggest.
Okay.
I think there was some also database optimization it may have done in the background as part of that, but it's a whole package as a unit rather than trying to break it down. The whole thing's just optimized the whole thing and just made it work faster, more reliable, and tick the boxes. Our page speeds previously were anything from 1.5 to 5 seconds. Yeah. Install it, and we are milliseconds. Yeah, it's that much of a jump, and that's every page. Yeah. Now, the reason I said it took an hour is because it does go and cache some of the other pages and work its way through. It took a time, but taking a 5-second page down to sub-second, it just has a massive effect that you're not looking at it from an IT perspective now. You're now looking at things from a content and marketing perspective.
What would you say to someone who's considering WP Rocket but hasn't made the decision yet?
I'd say it's a great product. There's lots of support, and it's not just official support, it's also the unofficial support as well that sits there. It's clearly a well-respected and well-integrated product, and it does the job. It does what it says on the tin.
That's great. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Would you like to just let us know how to reach your company and like how someone can learn about you a little bit more?
If they just go to our website, which is greengage.co.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you, Daniel. So thank you so much for spending the time with us and sharing your story.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. If you would like to share your WP Rocket success story, please fill out our customer success form by clicking the link in the video's description. See you next time.